but wanted to. And so no big deal. You can still show yourself and have the conversation with us. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Anybody else that joins is welcome to jump in with us. I am Katie Woodard. I'm the team leader at KW Montgomery, and welcome to Career Night. So we have with us Miss Vicki Wadsworth. She is our productivity coach. So she helps our new licensees and other agents, not just new licensees, but get into production and get their careers started on the right path. And so today we're going to talk about what it looks like to become a real estate agent and to launch your new career in real estate. So if at any point you have any questions, feel free to just unmute yourself and jump in. If not, we'll go through the presentation. And if you think of something, just let us know and we're happy to talk more about it. I lost my mouse. There we go. So Keller Williams is where your business thrives. We are for agents, by agents, for agents. And what that means is real estate, our company is around and agent-centric. So it's about bringing the industry and your business into a new era to make sure that we're all on the same path together. At Keller Williams, we have mission, vision, values, and beliefs. So our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Our values are God, family, then business, and our belief system we call the Y4C2Ts. So that's an acronym for win-win or no deal. Integrity, do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty, and success results through people. And so that's who we are as a company. Mike McCann is someone that joined. He was the #1 real estate agent in Pennsylvania with over 300 million in sales volume, and he's been in the real estate business for 33 years. And so he decided to join our company last year to align himself with a company that's forward facing in the future. In 2019, we had about 182,000 associates globally. $1 billion US and Canada transactions, and 351.2 billion in sales volume, which makes us the largest real estate company in the world based on associate counts, units sold, and sales volume. Ryan Butler is the team owner for Coalition Properties Group in Washington, D.C. He does 100 million in sales volume, and he joined Keller Williams because of the vision and the resources that Keller Williams has. So we also are in the fact that we believe in the future. Of course, that includes technology. And so we have a huge technology platform that helps our agents build their business and scale their business to a large area, which helps the agents focus on what matters most: family life and relationships. So that's the priority. The technology is here that we have to help you achieve your goals and focus more on your family. The Keller Cloud system is what is run on command. That's our system, and it helps optimize, manage, and run your business so that will provide you with the insight you need to leverage. We have a consumer app that each one of our agents has branded to them that you can share with consumers, clients alike, and they can also refer you business. So it is a really cool thing that can help you generate business. We have Connect, which has a lot of the training and things on it and resources for our agents, and that's available 24/7 regardless of where you are. It's all online with training and resources. In Keller Cloud, this is an example of how many leads have been generated, how many designs have been created, how many transactions have been worked inside of our Keller Cloud system. And this actually, you guys, this picture group here, Sarah Reynolds, she is a team owner, expansion team owner, number 3 overall in Keller Williams, and number 1 female-led business owner in Keller Williams. And she spoke at our weekly business meeting yesterday. Vicki, what were your thoughts? It's pretty cool that she's here on our marketing material, but what were your thoughts on Sarah joining us yesterday?
She talked about yesterday with thinking big. Sometimes we have limiting beliefs, and here at Keller Williams, we don't believe in having limiting beliefs. We don't think it's nothing that we can't achieve. So she talked to us about thinking bigger, how she came from her father being a pastor, how she, grew up not talking about money, and now she's a millionaire. So she was saying, even with her saying that, it sound, kind of strange to her, but she had a limiting belief because of her upbringing. She didn't want to talk about money, and with her now, and now with her being a millionaire, because she thought bigger.
Yeah. And funnily enough, she actually, in this year, pandemic, all the crazy things going on, is going to net $2 million from her business. Mm-hmm. So the exposure to, and the point I bring that up is because, we're kind of going through a presentation, letting you guys know a lot more about our company, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll talk more about, the steps to get to that. But the cool thing about it is it's not just a presentation, but it's a conversation and exposure that we have here at our office on a local level to what people are doing on enormous scale. I mean, enormous. So that's a pretty neat touch point that she's included in some of the marketing materials and things like that. So,
and like Katie was saying, it's not just a presentation, because I have something to compare it to, and I know where I was and I know where I am now. So this is our company's presentation. Nevertheless, if you desire to walk in these areas, you can.
Right, exactly. And it's not about someone's over here doing so well, but it's a coming from contribution, and simply saying, hey, to her, I don't know her, but I simply reached out to her and said, hey, we're doing a theme right now where our weekly meetings together, we're talking about thinking bigger. Would you be willing to talk to the agents in my office in Montgomery, Alabama? And she's out of Washington, D.C. And so having that conversation on how she got to the point of thinking so big and pushing herself, that then encourages us. So it's a collaborative conversation. I talked about Connect and the education. So we have education and training available 24/7, 365. So online, and this is Keller Williams International on the franchise level. This is not even our local level, but on the franchise level, there's about 40 hours of live training per month, 1,200 plus hours of on demand. So in a library where you can go choose what you want to look at, with over 68 unique courses. Here in our office, since COVID, we have pivoted all of our training and education to being via Zoom, just like we're meeting with you guys today via Zoom. Typically, we would be in our office, so you guys could take a look at the office, get to see, and yet we have changed so that we could be, accommodating via these unique times. We here in our office have a weekly business meeting every Tuesday morning where we may have an outside speaker, we may have vendors talk, we look at what the market is doing, we share our wins, we share our struggles, we talk about how we can come together and help one another with the situation. you guys may not know, we're in a seller's market right now, which means there's a low inventory. And so those who choose to sell their homes right now are in a better position versus those in the buyer position. Because a buyer, you're going to put an offer in and maybe one of many, but the seller is going to be on the receiving end of many offers. And with that, it comes some skills and things that we have to sharpen and look for. And that's what we do on a weekly basis together. We have Ignite session for those of you just getting started in real estate. It is 1 hour sessions at a time where we walk through, and Vicki leads those sessions. And we have top agents in our office also teach those, where it's how to talk with your sphere and let people know that your loved ones know that you're getting in the real estate business, how to build a database, how to work with buyers, how to work with sellers, how to learn scripts to have conversations with people, how to market and prospect. And so it walks you through all of those steps. And that's all in-house. On a monthly basis, we probably have something 3 days out of the week, every week, that you could participate in and learn more. Vicki, anything you want to say about training? You want to touch on your productivity coaching program?
In the productivity coaching program, a lot of times as a new agent, when you come in, you're kind of overwhelmed as to, okay, now what do I do next? I don't even know how to sell a house. I don't even know how to help a buyer. And that's what the productivity coaching program is. You come in with me and you can shadow. It's areas where you will be able to shadow me. It's also where I can sit down with you and do a one-on-one to show you how to do buyer's presentation, how to write up a contract, to list someone's house, do a listing presentation. So you have that one-on-one training where you don't feel like I can't list this house. I don't even know what to say to the seller. So that's where the productivity training comes in. You have that one-on-one training. And we also have group sessions like we did today every Wednesday at 10:30, where we come together and basically hearing what it is that most of the agents, the area that they're in, and I have 20 right now, and they're all in different areas. So we talk about different things that if they're not there yet, they soon will be. So helping them one-on-one to be able to understand what it is they need to do for a buyer or a seller.
And a lot of the questions you won't think about until you get to that point, right? So I don't know where each one of you guys are in this stage to getting your real estate license, but you have to take a 60-hour pre-license course. And then you sit for the state exam. You take the state exam and they give you a pass form. And on the pass form, you then have that signed by your broker that's going to hold your license. Once that gets started, you're like, okay, now I get to sell in real estate. Now I get to be in the profession I choose. And yet there's a gap between what you learn for the test and what you really apply in life. And so once you're like telling everybody, I've got my real estate license, I can sell. Well, somebody goes, okay, Vicki, sell my house. Then it's like, oh, okay, that's a new thing you have to learn, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we want to make sure everybody that joins our company is as prepared as possible and feels as confident in what they're doing and being as professional as possible. And so that gives a high level of customer service to the people that choose to do business with you. And then you then continue choosing to do business with us. Vicki is a vital role in our leadership team. And here at Keller Williams, we're not a traditional model brokerage. And so that's something that's a little bit different. We have models, training, education, and systems, as well as technology. This is David Gunderman, and he said the reason he joined from Oakland, California, 188 million in sales, he joined in February, is about teams, supporting the team who are building and nurturing their agents. And so it says Keller Williams had impressed them with their models, training, education, and innovative attention to future technologies. And so in this, you're seeing a little bit of why these huge, and when I say 100 million in sales, that is phenomenal why they are choosing to be in business with Keller Williams. So we have an associate leadership council in our office. Because we're not a traditional brokerage, everything doesn't hinge on what our qualifying broker decides. So we're a different model. We are running from the very top of our tier in leadership is our operating partner. We, as of the first of the year, have a new operating partner, franchise owner. The operating partner sets the vision for the office, or we call them market centers. I, the team leader, then step up and make sure that his vision is complete. So Adam is our OP, I am the team leader, and I'm the CEO of the office. So I make sure everything happens that we set our vision to, and make sure our mission is following along with that vision. We have a productivity coach, Vicki Wadsworth, and she helps train up the agents getting into business and getting everybody going. And then we have an associate leadership council, which is a little bit different. We do have a qualifying broker. Our qualifying broker teaches contract and compliance and handles any legal questions and situations. Our associate leadership council is comprised of the top 20% production, so our top producers. They're invited year over year to sit on a panel that get to have an agent voice in what the leadership of the office is doing. So we have conversations about the direction of the office, the profitability, serving the community. There's different committees and what is happening and how we can have a healthy office. That is what the Associate Leadership Council does. And that's chosen new year over year. So each time the ALC is chosen, that's a new, fresh voice for the agent body in our local office. We have a little something called profit share at Keller Williams. And because the agents share in the decisions, they share in the success. And so since Keller Williams has been around, we have shared $1.4 billion back to the associates. And what that looks like is, Vicki, you're a new licensee today for this example, and you join us at Keller Williams. A question I'm going to ask you when you're doing your paperwork is, hey, Vicki, who was responsible for having you join Keller Williams? Who can we thank on your behalf? Vicki's going to, she's going to name him.
Kim.
She's going to name Kim because Kim got her to have a conversation with me, which led Vicki to joining Keller Williams. Okay. So Vicki's going to sign a sponsorship agreement. And every time Vicki is in production, month over month, and our office is profitable, that money, those profits are shared between the owner and the associates month over month. So Vicki, she's contributing, the office is profitable. That next month, Kim's going to get a portion of what Vicki paid into the company. Last month, our profit share was $12,000. $12,000 of profit. This next month, August 21st, there's going to be a check coming out to the agents who have people in their profit share who help grow the company, and they're going to get money back in their account. Now, this does not come from Vicki's commission that comes off her pay commission. It comes off the portion paid into the company. So Vicki's going to be on a company split, and every time she sells, whatever she contributes into the company, after there's profit, that's split towards her sponsor. So you guys all got invited to this call tonight from somewhere, somebody. And when you come to the point of making your decision to join Keller Williams, we're going to ask you the same question. Who was responsible for getting you here? Everybody has to have a sponsor, but it doesn't have to be local. So if you have a relative in Keller Williams, in North Dakota, Washington, California, it does not matter. You can name somebody anywhere that is also a Keller Williams associate. And so that's how we give back, based on sharing the successes together. Last year, Keller Williams Montgomery gave $35,000 back to the associates. So that's money that did not go to the broker or owner. That's money that instead went back to the associates for helping grow our company. That's another stream of income for you guys looking to get into real estate. So we talk a lot about our culture here at Keller Williams, and Stanford University decided to do a study. They say, why does this real estate company talk about culture? Why do they talk about God family business? Why do they talk about win-win or no deal? And this is an excerpt from this study. So Keller Williams believes that agents are stakeholders in the success of the market center and therefore should share in the decision making. Together, they and the top agents and office leadership jointly make office decisions relating to financial planning, recruiting and retention, marketing and advertising, training, technology, social events, and philanthropic giving. So that's pretty cool that Stanford University was like, why is this real estate company all about culture? And they did a study, and it comes to find out we are what we say we are. So we have an ability to expand your reach for bigger opportunities and scaling your business and building a team if that's something that you're looking to do, but getting your business as big as you want to build it. So more about the platform. So we are dedicated to providing you with the tools and expertise to grow your business today and well into the future. And so in order to do that, we have to partner with talented individuals who want to build a big business and who want to engage in growth and training. And if that's you, we want to have a further conversation with you. The one thing, we talked about the 60 hours to get to the pre-license course, right? And to take the state exam. The next step is having a broker sign your license. And so if you are at that phase, or if you're moving towards that phase, we would love to hear back from you and have a one-on-one conversation about what are your goals, what is your path, and what is your plan, and then how could we locally fit into that plan. The one thing that we didn't talk about, and the one question that's probably on the top of your mind, is our commission. So Keller Williams International has a standard commission split, and that's for you coming in day one versus somebody who's been in the business 200 years. Everybody is at the same split level, and everybody has the opportunity to cap and earn 100% annually. So
Katie, what is capping?
Capping means that you have the ability to earn 100% of your commission. Okay, so everybody has a 6% royalty or franchise fee, if you will, that's paid to Keller Williams International. Okay, that is the thank you for allowing us to be a part of your franchise. Each individual has that 6% annually up until $3,000. Okay, your company that stays locally, that's where the profit share comes out of, is your company split, is a standard 70-30 up into $20,000 annually. We just had our top producer who broke the record in how fast you can get to that 100% capping status in 90 days. So this means this individual who's been in real estate for many years, who has a really good business, she only paid our company to sell real estate for 90 days, and she's going to get 9 months at 100%. 9 months. I'll put it to you a different way. There's a local producer in our market. They sell $22 million of real estate a year. At another company, for the $22 million they're selling, they're paying their broker over $150,000 a year. So whether you are producing $2 million in real estate, it takes around 2.5 in volume, 2.5 million in volume to hit your cap. So if you do that on one commercial deal, you're capped. And the rest of your real estate for the rest of the year is going to be 100%. Or you do that in 10 months and you get 2 months of your year 100%. It rolls over year, but is a capping model, which means each agent has the ability, based on their production, to pay in their portion and proceed with the rest of the year at 100%. Does anybody have any questions about that? I know it's kind of tricky sometimes when we talk about that. Okay, this is an example. So Agent Vicky, she earns $10,000 on gross commission. The royalty is taken out, that's $600. That goes to Keller Williams International in Austin, Texas. The 70-30 split, 30% is taken, so that's $3,000 stays here locally. That $3,000 goes towards her cap of 20, so now she's at the 17,000. Her portion is 7,000. So your net off of that is the 64 net commission income. But once you have paid your $3,000 at the 6%, that's not taken off anymore annually. Once you have paid your 20,000, that's not taken off anymore. So if you're capped and you earn a $10,000 commission, all it is the check is processed and it's given to you at $10,000. This is not an opportunity that a lot of brokerages have. And so if you are at the point of interviewing brokerages, this would be one of the first questions. I too got my license and joined a different company. I did not think to ask about these things. I did not even know this existed. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you are in the interviewing phase, be sure that this is part of your conversation is there a cap model that you follow where I can earn 100%? That's very important. What you say, Vicki?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't say anything. I think I was just thinking out loud.
Gary Keller says no one succeeds alone. And at Keller Williams, we've created a culture where everyone wins. Would you agree with that, Vicki? And what would you add? This is the end of our presentation. And so, Vicki, what would you leave them with? A bit of advice, someone looking to get into real estate.
Here at Keller Williams, it's a win-win. And when we say a win-win, when you win, I win. It's always a way that is profitable for you as well as the other person. And I'm telling you, again, this is not just a presentation. I myself has been a capper. My annual has started over. Nevertheless, I have did a deal and had a $9,000 commission. And I think maybe when I capped, only a few $100s was taken out of that in order for me to cap. And I netted over $8,000. So once you cap, you will continue to cap.
Yes.
And you'll be working so hard at it.
That's why, the individuals that are our top producers we call our cappers, right? They have created it where they're setting all-time records, like year over year. Okay, next year I want to cap in 60 days. Next year, so you're getting into a business and you're going to develop a business plan. Part of your business plan should involve how much can I net, right? How much money can I make from this? When you first start in real estate, there are some initial financial investments, right? It's around $2,500. If you just want to put a rough estimate, throw that at the wall. So you're going to want to get in business as quickly as possible. And you want to be with a company that's going to help you, train you, ask and speak to your goals, and have somebody that's going to walk you along that until you feel comfortable and confident. That's not forever. It's until you feel comfortable and confident so that you can be what we call the interdependent. So you're independent enough to make decisions and to see things your own way, but you're dependent enough to have collaborative conversation, to want to be contributing. And so that, again, is how everyone is winning. Because those of you, once you guys get into production and you become the top producers, you contributing to the conversation leads to success of the new agents that are coming in, and it all just cycles back around. That is the culture here. That's something that Vicki and I, we work very hard to maintain, and we mean it down in our bones. We just finished our second Ignite session of the year, and after we go through, is it 18 sessions, Vicki?
It is.
18. Mm-hmm. We like to have a conversation with the agents that took the course. What did you think? What were your feedback? And we had several agents this time that had just taken it in April and chose to take it again. and they got just as much out of it the second time that they did the first. And it's because they're engaged and they're looking to build a big business, and they're building it upon the training they're receiving. So we mean it when we say, we want to be the real estate company of choice. Does anybody have any questions? We're here for them, and that's why we like to have this time, this free space to do this.
Katie, if anybody is looking for a school to go to, tell them a little bit about didn't you tell Career Academy?
Yes. So we partner with a company called Career Academy of Real Estate. We were, before COVID, holding a blended program. So you would take 30 hours online and 30 hours in class for 5 weeks, and then you would go sit for your state exam. Currently, we're not holding that in-house, but I think Career Academy is still offering that blended program where the in-house portion is just on Zoom, like how we are today. And you're still able to finish up in 5 weeks. Or they have an all online option. There's a lot of other really great local here in the Montgomery area real estate schools that you could also attend. I will tell you, I've had people ask me before, they've seen online where maybe there was a discount, pre-license. Verify with the Real Estate Commission, Alabama Real Estate Commission, Google that, and make sure whatever school you're interested in signing up for their pre-license program, that they're accredited and approved by the Alabama Real Estate Commission. I would hate for someone to, and I've seen it happen, pay and think that they joined a reputable pre-license program. It ended up being, just some sort of scam. So you always want to verify that with the Alabama Real Estate Commission.
Are classes starting at a certain time, or can they start at any time?
With all online, you can start anytime. You have 12 months to complete the course if you just do the full online method. The blended, again, is a 5 week, so it's very regimented. And then the in-class ones around town, they vary. So you just have to check more about that. I know we have several of our agents that have gone to Martin and Fellows. I've got a couple of agents that went through Bo Goodson. I've got some agents that also, I think, went with the Bo Evans School of Real Estate. So there are several here in town that are reputable, and you just really need to look at your schedule and figure out what's going to work best for you. We do hope to be offering this blended back, I'm thinking, in September. So we'll look at, you guys now will be in our mailing list, so we can email you out some information, and we'll just let you know when that does take place. We'll be sure to email out everybody that's been interested in a career night. Felicia, did you have something you were going to say?
Yes. I actually taken the class at Martin and Fellows.
Okay.
And I passed the class, but when it got time for me to take the state, I missed the state, I guess, like a couple of points one time, and like 5 or 6 points. Anyways, I was always close. But then my brother got sick all of a sudden, suddenly got sick and passed. And once he passed, I couldn't get my head back in it to pass the state, but I ended up going back to another class and sitting there and trying to get some refresher. But it didn't work. But my question is, I've heard people tell me that, online is, I know how it was in class. It was a lot. And it was like, online is even more online. But since I've taken it in class, do you think that I would be okay by taking it online, or you don't have a say?
I think that would depend on your learning style.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be a lot more familiar to you. I'll ask you this though, Felicia, did you look into a cram course?
No.
Amanda, they offer cram courses.
Well, yeah, I did take a cram course with Amanda. I did. And
you feel like that wasn't enough to get you?
Well, see, after my brother passed, I didn't do the cram course.
Okay.
I
I
did
would,
do it
You did it before.
before. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
maybe, honestly, just me, I would maybe look back into that if you're ready to go, because that's going to take you a lot less time to just get you back on track than doing the whole course. Yet if you feel more.
Oh, no. See, I had to take the whole course over now because I done passed the time to take the state.
I would look though, because of COVID, they're extending a lot of those deadlines. Are you?
That was last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you would have to,
Yeah.
I think you would be okay with online, honestly. I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
doing my
so
research
too.
online right now.
I think so too, because you've heard it before, and now that you've got your mind where you feel like you can start again, I think when you hear it now, you're gonna know, you're gonna know. Yeah.
It'll be a lot more familiar.
Right. And what I said I was
Mhm.
going to do is before I start the class, I'm going to start doing a refresher, going back over some of the stuff, my materials from Amanda's class from Martin Fellows. And I think that'll help me also. Just start reading it, do a little refresher before the class, before I actually get into the class. But I think within the next week or two, I'm going to go ahead and start the class.
Are you looking just to do the full online, or are you interested in the blended, in the 5-week program?
Well, see, I didn't know they had a blended. I was just going to do that. I was just going to do the whole thing online.
Okay, I'll be happy to send you information with the contact, the one that's in Birmingham doing it. She was doing via Zoom. So I don't know if they went back to full in classroom yet or not, but if she is doing it in Zoom, she can get you more information about that. I know that's like much quicker than just the kind of online thing. And it just depends on your timeline of when you're looking to get started.
Okay, yeah. If they talking about September, I'm not waiting till September because I want to be on dove head first by September.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
I love it.
go ahead and get it done.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Kiana, do you have any questions about anything? Okay, maybe she's.
Hello, hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I do have a question. Right now I have a full-time job and I would love to get started in real estate. You didn't mention any options, or you didn't go into any detail on what options are available for someone that has a full-time job but wants to start real estate from a part-time perspective and then eventually make it a full-time. Are there options like that with Keller Williams?
Yes, we have agents that are both full-time and what we call dual career. And so we have the agents, a lot of the agents that are in Vicki's productivity coaching program, that's what she's helping them work around is, what are your goals and like what income do you need to see replaced with real estate? Once we know that number, say it's $100,000, $50,000, whatever that is, that's how many transactions we need to get you up to and comfortable with prior to making the jump. The biggest challenge for dual career agents, and Vicki, you're welcome to speak up, is time. You're going to have to master your calendar. If you go ahead and jump in and master listings versus working with buyers, you're going to have a lot more time because you can sit with a client, you can assess their home, you can get the listing agreement done, and you can list it and let other agents sell that property while you're at your other job. Whereas when you're working with buyers, you're going to be a lot more of the hand holding, a lot more of the time consuming, a lot more of the day in, day out, working with someone else's schedule. So it's very possible we do accept part-time agents, and yet we do want to sit with you and create that plan of what does it look like for the transition and how can we help you do that?
And you did mention the $25 investment upfront. How does that look? Is that thing that's due all at once, or is it billed month? How is your fee structure? How is that arranged? What is your fee? I guess I should ask. So
are you asking about our office fees or the initial investment to get into real estate. So initially you can count on about $2,500 to get into real estate. And that includes your pre-license course. That includes your fees for your testing. That includes your joining the local board, getting going. Okay, that's an initial kind of $2,500, maybe even $3,000, depending on the company you join. But go ahead and have that amount in your head, knowing that initially to get started, you're going to have to kind of put that out up front. Now, with us, our company commission split, the commission only comes off of your transactions. So every time you have a transaction, you'll get paid at the closing table. That gets processed through our office, and that's where the royalty and the company commission comes off. And that has an annual cap of $20,000. You don't pay that up front. That's just the portion that you pay in. It's a capped amount versus just paying that forever.
So there are no monthly fees, because I've heard of desk fees.
We do have a monthly fee. You're correct. Yes. And that's one of the slides I didn't include. I apologize about that. We have a monthly fee of $55 a month. We have an onboarding fee of $100. The $100 gets you all into the Keller Williams system. It gets you set up into the technology. It gets you in touch with our tech concierge. That gets your profile out there in the real estate world online. It gets you your first 100 business cards and a name badge. It brands your consumer app to you. And that's your initial first fee with us at Keller Williams. Therein after that will be the monthly $55. $20 of that goes to your errors and emissions insurance, so you don't have to purchase that out of pocket. And then the $35 is the monthly technology fee, which pays for the tech that we all use and that Keller Williams upkeeps for us. We do have some optional, if you have some, we have desk space here. We're actually looking to move our office at the end of the year, so that will be changing to the availability of looking at cubicles versus some private offices and things like that. But it's a standard $55 a month.
And that's access to the office during what, like maybe like 9 to 5 or something like that?
Our office hours are 8 to 5, and you will have a key to the office and access to come in at any point that's convenient for you.
So that could be weekends and that could be nights.
Yeah, just our front office staff is only here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and without holidays. But the agents are still welcome to come and go and have interview, consultations, appointments, whatever that looks like.
And so you can use your office pretty much as my own personal office,
right?
At my discretion,
right?
Whenever, because what I'm looking at is if I were time, the only time I probably would be able to come there would be at 5 o'clock or after.
Yeah, and we do have some agents that their appointments are pretty consistently 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they just come after their primary job.
So it'll be about, so my personal fees would run about $2,500 to $3,000. My upfront, and then when I join your office, it'll be $100 for the first month, and then $55 each month after that.
Yes, at our current location. Yes.
And then as long as I do good production, I pay a fee up to $3,000 out of my commission. And once I pay up to $3,000, then any commission after that, I get to keep 100%.
Up to $23,000.
I'm sorry?
It's $23,000.
23,000.
Yes. The 20, it stays locally, and the 3 goes to, that's the franchise fee. So any franchise you join will have some sort of royalty or franchise fee, and that varies for like 6 to 8%. Most do not have a cap on that amount.
Okay, so the fees are $23,000.
Once annually, yes.
And annually, and then once I pay that, any commission earned after that amount is mine to keep for 100%.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions? Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you all. We love to stay in touch with you all. We will send out some follow-up information to you guys and invite y'all to some upcoming training so you can kind of look at and experience what we have going on here. And if there's anything that we can help you with, you can reach out via how you got the invitation for this email, and we'd love to hear from you. And we hope you have a great night and look forward to hearing from you soon, okay? Thank you, guys.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for your time. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.